Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kieran Mack, and I'm delighted you've been able to tune in with us yet again on this beautiful Wednesday morning for another show. Now, before we do get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. If you like listening to us on a podcast player, there's a link down below in the description that will take you to a website where a vast array of podcast players hosting this show can be found. And finally, if you want to support us, if you like the show, you can do so by simply becoming a channel member. Again, details down below in the description. But now that's all done and dusted. Let's jump into the top trending stories here in Thailand today. So let's talk about what might have been one of the wildest beach stories to come out of Phuket recently. Now picture this. It's just another sunny day at Kamala Beach, a slice of paradise where tourists are soaking up the rays and splashing around in the turquoise water. But out of nowhere, that chill vibe takes a sharp turn at 1:10 p.m. when lifeguards spot something that makes everyone do a double take: a massive python. And I'm not talking about some kind of a garden snake. This thing was 100 kilograms and 3 meters long monster caught swimming casually about 50 meters from the shore. And yes, you heard that, swimming. Now, the tourists, understandably, they were freaked out, but the lifeguards, well, they were the heroes here in this story. They wasted no time and jumped into action, notifying the police and hopping on 5 to 6 jet skis like they were starring in an action movie. The goal, well, capture the oversized serpent and get it out of the water without anyone getting hurt. And they did it, successfully bringing this scaly beach crasher to shore. So how does a python even end up in the sea, you might ask? Well, good question. Authorities think it probably slipped into the ocean from a nearby canal and decided to go for an unexpected swim. The lifeguards' quick thinking and patrols alerting everyone to clear out of the water prevented any real chaos. Now, once the beach buzz settled down and the snake was secured, it was handed over to the Khao Phra Wildlife Sanctuary in Thailand. Officials there will make sure the python is in good shape before letting him slither back into his natural habitat. And just so we're clear, these pythons are actually protected under Thailand's Wildlife Conservation and Protection Act. So this big guy will get the VIP treatment until it's time to go home. But in the end, no one was hurt and everyone got a story to tell. Safe to say this wasn't on anyone's bingo card for a day at Kamala Beach. So let's dive into another bizarre story straight out of Pattaya. So it's 2:06 a.m. on November 4th when a scene straight out of a movie unfolds at a local hotel. Rescue workers from the Sawan Barabun Rescue Centre got a call that a foreign tourist has taken quite the unexpected tumble from a second floor balcony. And this wasn't just any fall. We're talking about a heavily intoxicated, naked British man, known only as Mr. Paul, age 51, who decided to end his wild night with a crash-through landing of a roof in a nearby internet cafe. Imagine playing a game at the cafe and suddenly seeing a pair of legs burst through the ceiling. Well, that's what happened to one local gamer, Mr. Somrak, who described hearing a loud crash and, well, upon looking up, seeing those two mysterious legs dangling through the roof. After realizing it was a foreign tourist shouting for help, he called in the rescue team. Now, the rescue squad got Mr. Paul out, gave him first aid and rushed him to hospital. And here's the kicker. Despite the fall, he came out with just minor injuries. Talk about a rough night with a surprising ending. Now, if you think that's the strangest part, well, just hold on a second. When rescue workers went to check out Mr. Paul's hotel room, they found it in a state that, well, quite frankly, no one wants to walk into. Human feces were smeared all over the bed and floor. Well, the details, messy to say the least. How did Mr. Paul get from point A to point B? Well, no one knows that either. It's as much of a mystery as why he was in the state to begin with. As for the aftermath, while it's unclear if he'll face any charges, one thing's for sure, Mr. Paul is likely to foot the bill for the hotel damage. This chaotic story is just another reminder that not everything that happens in Pattaya stays in Pattaya. So what would you do if you found a stranger's leg suddenly crashing through your ceiling in the middle of the night? I'd love to know, well, what would you do down below in the comment section? Let's move along and talk about a major bust that's got everyone buzzing, and not in the way you'd think. Thai authorities just made a huge move against international drug trafficking, seizing 89 kilograms of cannabis that was about to be shipped off to Europe. We're talking 2 separate cases, 3 suspects, and a ton of weed that almost made its way to Italy and the UK. So here's what went down. On November 3rd, Police Lieutenant Boone, Secretary General of the Office of Narcotics Control, dropped the news that the Airport Interdiction Task Force, or AITF, had successfully intercepted the smuggling attempts at the Suvarnabhumi Airport. The operation involved officers from the ONCB, the Suvarnabhumi Airport Police, and the Customs Department working together. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Well, first up, on November 1st, a Singaporean man was nabbed trying to smuggle 19 kilograms of cannabis flowers hidden in his luggage while heading to Italy via Singapore. Smooth move? Not so much. AITF officers spotted the stash and shut down his little plan right there. Then on November 2nd, things escalated with two Malaysian suspects, a man and a woman, who were about to board a flight from Bangkok to Singapore before connecting to London. This time, they had an even bigger haul with 70 kilograms of cannabis hidden across 4 bags. That's some next level smuggling. Both cases led to serious charges, attempting to export controlled herbal plants out of the kingdom without a permit and failing to declare items according to customs law. So yeah, not exactly a slap on the wrist. Lieutenant General Panachart praised the tight coordination between the different AITF agencies for this success. He pointed out that Thailand is often used as a transit route for drug trafficking to other countries, making it crucial to step up and catch these smugglers' attempts at major transport hubs like airports. And if you're thinking, well, why the sudden crackdown? Well, this isn't out of the blue. Just back in August, the British Embassy in Bangkok warned people not to try smuggling cannabis into the UK after a spike in arrests of air passengers arriving from Thailand, Canada, and the US. This year alone, over half the cannabis-related arrests in the UK involve weed originating from Thailand. That's 184 cases to be exact. So what's your take on this? Are the authorities doing enough to clamp down on drug trafficking, or is this just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to using Thailand as a key transit route for drugs? Let me know your thoughts down below. And finally, the Tourism Authority of Thailand is rolling out the red carpet with their latest campaign, 5 must-dos in Thailand, aiming to ignite local wanderlust and showcase the essence of Thainess through 72 distinct travel routes nationwide. Well, the idea, give domestic tourists a taste of adventure, culture and mouth-watering food across the kingdom's 5 regions. But let's zero in on one gem Tat spotlighted at a recent press event, Chanthaburi, an under-the-radar province in the east and its own list of 5 must-do experiences. Now, spoiler, they're all pretty good. So a must-see. Start with a visit to the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, a jaw-dropping landmark that's hard to miss. Dominating the Muang district skyline, the cathedral is considered the grandest Catholic church in Thailand, boasting neo-Gothic architecture, complete with 2 spires and a historic wall of faith that tells the tale of Christianity's roots in the region. Now, must seek. If you're on a quest for unique architecture, Wat Pak Nam Kam Nu in the Tamai district is the spot. This Buddhist temple isn't just another ornate structure, it's made from white-blue ceramic tiles, a choice that combats the salty sea breeze erosion from the Gulf of Thailand. And the result, an eye-catching, enduring piece of art that stands resilient. Now, something to try. For those who crave nature's show-stopping moments, book a boat trip to see the red-tailed hawks. Departing from Kanom Plek community and ending up in the Bang Sao Khao community in Lem Sing district, this 1-hour adventure lets you watch these majestic birds glide over mangrove forests, all while the golden hour sets the scene. Now, you might be thinking, what could I eat? What I must taste? Well, you got a bit of a sweet tooth, dive into Kanom Koi Ling, or as locals call it, monkey penis. That's right, I said monkey penis. This traditional dessert, around for over a century, is a simple but delightful mix of hand-rolled sticky rice, sugar, shredded coconut, and sesame seeds. And finally, don't leave without snagging some handcrafted goods from the Bang Sao Khao community. Known for its reed-based creation, whether it's their iconic Chanthaburi floor mats or artisanal bags, these products add a touch of local craftsmanship to your home. So if you're looking for a new way to explore Thailand with a twist, Tat's 5 must-do campaign is basically a treasure map to a more authentic, adventure-packed experience.